a good time frame to remake a song, I say about maybe 10 years of a gap because you actually give a chance between what's old and what's new to actually understand the difference between. Because sometimes if you don't get that gap, we automatically know exactly what it is and we start killing it right off the top. Just like when they redid the Sugar Hill game,
Yeah.
that shit was crap. It was garbage.
True. Yeah, I'd say maybe about 5 to 10, because especially with as fast as music is changing now, it doesn't change in 10 years. It's really like the next year. It's like it's something new, something new, something new. So people can put their own spin on it, but I would definitely wait until music changes and change the whole makeup of the song.
I agree. I agree. At least 5 years, because if anything sooner than 5 years, you're right. You're just gonna know like right off the bat, it's not gonna be good. Nobody's gonna want to hear it because you just heard it.
Yeah, it's just pretty much. This is what I think it should have been. I don't care what you thought it should have been.
Yeah.
And the old song is still relevant.
Yeah. You still have a chance to. You still you'll have a chance to actually be like, oh, I remember that song.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You know.
because I'm gonna over critique you right off the top.
Right.
Come out, man, that's not what I like.
Yeah.
Unless you make it better and the original
Yeah,
version is
exactly.
garbage.
And that's hard. And that's really hard to do. Make
Yeah.
it better than the original.
Yeah, it's really hard.
One person off the top, Prince. Don't you ever remake a Prince song.
Yeah.
Anybody that does a Prince song automatically should be shot on the spot. If you redo When Doves Cry, like when Genuine did it, I almost cut the whole track off.
Yes, just like when Mariah Carey, Drew Hill redid The Beautiful Ones. No, I'm sorry.
No.
Prince, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder. You could never remake their songs.
Alien Ant Farm and what's the name did okay.
Garbage.
It wasn't garbage to me. It
Yeah,
was okay to me.
no, Stevie Wonder, yeah, Prince, Michael Jackson, even like stuff like Patti LaBelle and
Yeah, nah, you can't.
like
do that.
old soulful
Yeah.
singers, like
Yeah.
old soulful singers, they shouldn't be redone.
Don't you ever do
because
no Isley Brothers.
you can't touch it.
Nah.
You can't.
I don't want nobody doing no begging Lenny because you start telling me, girl, you know I'm clicking you off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just one time person. That's it.
Yeah.
It's
Real
over.
old
It's
school
done.
stuff shouldn't be done over.
It's just very exclusive artists that you just can't.
Yeah.
You can't. You can remake the song, but it would never be ever be
Yeah.
to their level.
Like when Ruben Studdard did Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
That was the best it was gonna get from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can come maybe a little bit close to
Yeah.
kinda, but you never
Yeah.
get it.
But only if you actually sound like them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you don't sound like them, then it's
Then
just like,
really don't
blew
even
up the whole
bother.
what is this?
You can sit
Change
your
your
time
channel.
fine.
I don't even want to listen to the song no more.
Yeah. Like didn't Chris Brown do a Michael Jackson song?
I don't know if he actually remade a song.
Yeah, I don't think he remade it.
He took Human Nature.
I know you did that.
Yeah.
That you know.
But
I mean, so there's the review. So.
well, he sampled it. I don't.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can
know
sample
the
it, but
actual
don't redo it.
Don't do the whole
do
thing.
something.
Yeah. That's a big no-no. No. If a person tells me right off the top and you're garbage all the way through for the rest of your career, to me, you're
I think it depends.
Yeah.
No, there's
I
no
think it
depend.
depends.
That's like you telling me Soulja Boy about to do a remake of anything. Garbage.
Well,
you
Soulja
tell me
Boy
her,
shouldn't
you tell me
count for
her, you tell me Mims is about to do a remake. Garbage.
No.
well, I mean,
Pull somebody that you think
It
will do a
depends,
legitimate
really.
remake besides Ludacris and a couple of small select group of people. That
it
can do
really
a good-
depends on
yeah.
if it's the first song
Trinidad James.
and it's garbage and it's like,
Come on, Trinidad James sucked.
I don't
And his
know.
first song wasn't a remake. It was garbage. People make when your song is an immediate parody 5 different ways, you're garbage.
yeah, true.
Well, I guess that's true too.
But
If you
yeah,
start
never-
out
I mean-
doing somebody else's song, you
Yeah,
probably shouldn't do
yeah.
that.
You should wait a few singles
Yeah,
in
do your
first.
own song first.
Yeah,
You should
so
actually-
give yourself some credibility first.
Yeah.
That you can write songs.
Prove yourself as an
stuff like
artist
first.
before
I mean,
you
I'm
do
then
somebody
remix.
else's
Yeah,
work.
I'm okay with you telling me that's your influence, that person, and
Yeah.
then like 5 CDs down the road doing it.
5 CDs.
5 CDs?
Yes.
Maybe
That's-
like on the first album
not-
at the
no,
end if you
no,
want to do
no,
it. Yeah,
no,
like
no.
here's a little snippet at
No.
the end of my album.
No,
like
no, please don't do that.
No.
'Cause you wanna know what? When I get to the end of that whole jump, I'm never listening to that song ever again.
but you don't know, but you
Well,
might like it.
I don't like it.
No.
You,
Well, because
Because if you got to do that, that means that was your chance to try to close the gap, and that means you felt like your whole CD wasn't sufficient enough for you.
Or maybe they just really want to pay
Point.
respect to the person.
You pay respect after you do that. When you pay respect to that person, to me, is when you actually make a name for yourself. Because right now, you a nameless person insulting my craft.
That's true. That's true.
Especially when you are a musician. You know, it's like
you took my trash.
Establish
You
yourself.
took my craft, put that steak on that trash lid,
yeah,
and then said, "Here you go."
yeah,
It don't look so good no more.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. But I think that you should at least wait.
Yeah.
At least pass your first album first.
I give you 3
give
CDs.
Give yourself some type of establishment first, depending on how big you get on your first album.
Yeah.
Give
Definitely
yourself some
establish yourself as an artist before you do it. Yeah, it would hurt my feelings.
That means you guys really didn't like me that much, or I didn't think outside the box enough to make it something credible. If I got somebody brand new coming in and he thought that one step, he may not even change the whole thing. He might have just added a little something to the whole beat and made the whole thing just so much more tremendous. And now all of a sudden I'm like, dang, I could have made $1 million more off of adding something simple.
Or they could feel kind of honored
Yeah,
that
I mean,
you could take their song and turn it into something they couldn't. Because some older artists look to younger artists like, oh, maybe I could learn. Even though I'm an older artist, more experienced, you just taught me something I didn't know. Apparently, if your song did better than mine in the first place.
Yeah, I'm still hurt.
It just depends on the mindset of the artist.
Yeah.
Because
I'm about to say.
There are a few remixes that are more successful, but sometimes it has to do with more the time period and the style of the song, and not who the
It does depend
all
on who
the artist is too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on who the artist is too, because
It depends on what that person adds to.
Yeah, how they change the song.
The vocals of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If to me you felt like you demolished my song, then I'm gonna be upset that you made millions off of adding absolutely nothing.
Yeah. It depends on that too. If the song is actually like not better, but it's more successful.
Yeah.
If it's kind of like you can kind of blame society. For
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got no choice though. But that's another subject for another day.
Exactly.
I mean, it's up to that person. Like, does it fit your song changing the words, or does it not? Is it something that makes the song go a little further? Did you have a mental plan? Did you plan around the word? Did you not plan around the word? You just like the beat? I mean, there's so many different things that you have to take in consideration.
Yeah.
You just can't say, bam, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you can change the words without changing the meaning of the song.
Yeah.
As long as you don't change the meaning of the song, I will be fine.
I mean, sometimes you even change the meaning. You can take the whole. You just I want the beat. That's it.
Yeah.
I want nothing else to do with the song but the beat.
Well, I feel like once you decide you're gonna get that song, you get those rights or whatever, it's yours to do with it what you want. Like that's the risk people take when they let people sample their songs. So if you don't want your song to change, then you shouldn't let people sample it in the first place. Because I mean that's their choice.
Yeah.
That's what they
And
pay
they are
for.
paying for it.
Yeah, that's why
They
they
are
want to
paying
sample it. So they want to do with it what they want to do with
If I
it.
pay for it, I get to do what I want. It's mine now.
But that goes along with the discretion of the original artist, because
Yeah.
I would want to hear it first to
That's
see what
true
you're
too,
doing
yeah.
with it. Because you're not going to take my song, which was supposed to mean this, and you're not going to turn it into what
me personally,
they're doing it today. Because I'm like,
me personally,
nah.
I don't care. Because if you take my jump and then you fail, people got to listen to the original. I get more money now.
Well, yeah, if you fail, but I
if
wouldn't
you
want to
succeed,
taint
it's
my
still-
original work.
It's not taking my original work. It's not really.
Well, that goes with
tainted.
the discretion of
If
the
you know-
artist.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
if
exactly
you
what I'm
decide
saying.
that like that's the risk you're taking, or if you hear it and you say like if they bring it to you first and let you hear it and then say can I do it, and you're like no, then you can't do it. If you like yeah, then you liked it or you should have changed it.
Unless
and
you're
if
J-Lo and LL Cool J, you just steal the song anyway.
yeah, that's true too. Yeah,
You ain't gonna
but
get all
I
that.
mean, most people, if you want to do it the right way, then you take that risk, and that's just what you signed up for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool with me.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's up to the artist, I guess. I mean, that's not nothing, really that bad. As long as they
I mean, you do what you want. It's
they
music.
pay for it or whatever, and give them, you know, the credits on it,
Yeah.
Yep.
shouldn't really be it.
I think as
That
long
didn't
as
issue.
you're paying for it, it's okay. If you stealing it, that's one
That's a
thing.
problem.
That's not okay. But
No.
if you paying for it and you go into them and they let you do it, then that's their business. And if you doing it well, then it like if you're doing it to the point where people really just listen to your song and they're like, oh, this sound familiar, but they're not like,
Yeah.
oh no, this
But-
is definitely
yeah.
so and so song. Then I think it's
But
fine.
then again,
I don't even care if you do that
If-
part.
if I was an artist, I wouldn't want my music associated with something raunchy. I wouldn't want people, when they actually hear my song, start singing something raunchy.
To me, like Doodoo Brown.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like I'd be like, I wouldn't want my song associated with
That's
that.
true, but
Because your name has to go on that song.
Yeah.
And I
I
wouldn't
guess
want
it all
my
just depend on the
I mean,
artist.
I'm about to say there's some artists you just can't throw that out there.
Yeah.
You know, like MC Hammer and what's his,
Rick James.
Rick James. You can't really throw that. Rick James was a raunchy dude.
Yeah.
I mean, well, if it starts out raunchy, I mean,
I mean,
but if it
just-
turns like that Hurricane Chris song when you use
Earth,
Earth,
Wind,
and
and
Fire,
Fire.
and I was like, okay, you just messed up the whole song. Man. You messed up the whole song.
You know, that's the one song on the whole CD I won't listen to.
Oh, God. I don't blame you. Yeah.
It just
I skip it
depends.
every time. I'm like, oh, skip this one.
Okay, I think it actually depends on the caliber of the artist. If you were not a known artist back when you originally did your song, it would be maybe a good idea because maybe it can get your name back out there, and maybe somebody can sign to another deal. As far as if you were a major artist, it could be a good or a bad thing. That's kind of a hit or miss type thing.
I mean, you take a loss either way. I mean, you can win, and like I said, it's a great business plan, but don't do it every song you do, because then it becomes really redundant. Like we got tired of hearing Jay-Z and Beyonce use songs by all together every time, and they weren't even old. You know, like they were relevant. I got tired of hearing them doing song together. We already know you guys are in love. Can you please try to do separately? Can you bring somebody else to the table? I mean, like when Timbaland did the song with Skills.
Yeah.
And he started bringing other people out. Everybody knew Timbaland's beats, but he wasn't all that originally.
Yeah, as an artist.
You know, and just like Swiss Beats, you know, he brought out everybody, listen to my music. Then he started, let me try this.
But see, he's more of a producer, so
Yeah.
he was just trying to get his beats out.
I mean, but at the same token, everybody knew who he was.
Everybody knew who he was.
And he also was on, he was like a hype man and stuff like that in some cases too.
Yeah, I agree. I think that if you are, like you said, if you're starting out and you want to do it like just one or two, okay, but then people start associating you with that person,
That
and
person.
like they might mistake y'all for like a duo, like
Yeah.
oh they together,
Duo,
like
yeah.
no, I'm just a solo artist, and people
It's
aren't
like,
gonna know that if you
how?
continue
Yeah.
to do that.
It's like, how you
You
solo
don't have a
music?
song by yourself.
Yeah, you can't really succeed at a high level if you're always doing this song. Like Birdman, he can't succeed at all without Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
Like nobody even wants to get a CD with just Birdman.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you here?
yeah.
He kind of has to have
Yeah.
He
Lil Wayne with him.
Yeah,
You know?
he cannot make a CD without Lil Wayne or Drake right
Yeah.
now.
Or somebody.
He has
Somebody
to
else
have
got
somebody
to-
else with him.
That's
Like
true.
I have not seen Birdman do a CD without somebody else on the cover with him.
Yeah, I think it is a good idea though, as like an old artist coming back, just to get your foot in the door, with the new generation, especially the way generation is now. Like,
Okay, they can bring
Show,
some-
Yeah.
show that you can change. Too.
Yeah.
Change with the time.
Not just that, they can also say, you know what, let's try this. You know what, I ain't think of it like that. Let me
yeah,
try that
exactly.
route. Let's,
Bring
let's,
something
let's try,
new,
let's
something
try
fresh.
this.
Get some new ideas.
You know, like
Mhm.
like I said, like Charlie Wilson did with Twisted and
Yeah,
Justin Timberlake.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's like one of my favorite songs. And then
Exactly.
Snoop Dogg did it with Justin Timberlake
Mhm.
and his uncle.
Yeah, so it can work.
I mean, I
think it's a good idea.
yeah, it's the best idea that you can do as long as you do it right. If
Right.
you do like some ocean
gotta
garbage
have it
song,
Everything in
it's like,
moderation.
if you don't, like you can't really change your identity from the past too completely because if you
Yeah.
do that, then you're just a sellout.
Stay true to who you are.
Yeah.
But kind of give it a
A
new
new
fresh
twist.
twist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to bring in like your old fans and get some
Some
new
new
fans,
fans, yeah,
best
exactly.
of both worlds.
Exactly.
Because if you start coming out there, pop that, pop that, pop that, pop that. Your old
It's
song
like-
was "I Love You," "I Want to
Exactly.
Be with You," and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's like, wow,
Confused.
you who are you? And you, especially if you come in with the same name, you didn't change your name. So the newer generation's like, who is this? And the older generation's like, who is this? And they both realize like, oh, well now I like this song, now it's you. But if you come up with the same name, you didn't give yourself a shot. A
And Charlie
legitimate
Wilson is
shot.
a perfect example because
Yeah.
everybody listens to Charlie. I don't know
Yeah.
really not one person who don't like Charlie Wilson.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, he did what, 2 CDs, 3 CDs,
3 since then,
Yeah, since he came back out.
3 or 4, I believe.
Something.
Yeah, mind you, he killed it at the BET Awards,
Exactly.
and that's like nothing
He's
but,
at the
you know,
Jazz Fest every
like
year.
I'm there, my grandma there, and my mama there, and we're all like,
Exactly.
yeah, Charlie Wilson.
Go
you
Charlie
know?
Wilson.
Yeah.
You know.
You
So,
know,
yeah, it can work.
Yeah.